do you know that you can track your capacity utilizations in Microsoft Power BI services? If you don't know, then this video is for you. In this video, I'm going to let you know how you can exactly track that how much capacity is being utilized, what are all the different capacity nodes are available inside your organization, and also how you can notify to the users whenever there is a throttle over your capacity. If this is something which can be interesting for you, then please stay tuned with me till the end of this video and I'm going to let you know everything about it. My name is Ajay Kumar and you are watching me on BI Consulting Pro. So in this video, we are going to discuss about capacity utilization app in Microsoft Fabric. Over here on my screen, you can see that what is Microsoft Fabric Capacity Metrics app. Basically, this is a capacity utilization metric app, which I'm going to show you later on in real. Fabric resides on a capacity, which is a pool of resources allocated to your platform. That's what is a capacity or premium capacity. It's a dedicated capacity only reserved for your own organization or for a particular tenant. Over here, you would get to know how you can install it from this step, then understand the Fabric Capacity app. Here you would get to know what are the different capacity utilization and throttling options are over here. For example, if you need to track it, how you're going to track it, I'm definitely going to show you. But I'm going to show you this documentation only so that you can go inside it and learn and read more about it. Most of the information is already over here, so you do not need to go anywhere else. So please do read this about it. The most important part is over here, linear. This displays the information using linear scale that starts from 0. Then also there's a logarithmic scale. But if you would go down, there's auto scale, CU, percentage unit, background non-billable, interactive non-billable. These are very important part that you need to understand. What are these? And when we say throttling, there's a line. If it goes above that, that means your capacity is being throttled. But being throttled doesn't mean that it's going to stop automatically. No. Being throttled simply means that Power BI has to adjust it itself. Your users can face delay in rendering their reports. This may take time, or certain time it can go time out as well if it's being utilized a lot. So you have to figure it out why it's throttling. In that case, you may need to upgrade your capacities too. But before that, also always try to optimize your Power BI reports or data sets. So please learn this. First of all, optimize or try to find out the root cause of poor performance of your reports. One of the case that I can tell you that if your users are trying to download the data from the Power BI reports, or they are creating data sets on the top of another data set, something like that. In that case, your capacities may face serious issues because that time performance degraded. There's going to be lots of interactivity. And in this one, I'm going to show you whenever there's a XMLA activity, that means either someone is trying to download the data into Excel or CSV, or they are creating data sets over another data sets. So you need to keep this in your mind. Now, what I request you to please go through this documentation. Let me know if you have any question and concerns. I'm going to address that into the next video that we are going to make it. But I can only address that once I'm going to get some of the feedback from you. So guys, always please try to share these videos that we create to your family, friends, or someone who try to learn, or any colleague. Also, it would be really helpful for us if you can subscribe to our channel, and that would be great if you can join our channel. So please help us out because it takes a lot of time and lots of efforts to create these videos for you. We definitely want to help you as much as possible, but we also have a limited time and we have to put a lot of efforts in that. So do share, do subscribe to this channel, and also gives us a thumbs up. Now, the most important part is how you're going to plan your capacity, which is over here. In order to plan the capacity, first you need to understand what are the different capacities. When a few months back, before the launch of Microsoft Fabric, there was only premium capacities. But starting from June, all the PSKUs or premium capacities has been converted into FSKUs. Now in this matrix, you can see what is the relation between the SKUs and the capacity units, or 30 seconds CUUs. You should also remember that based on the contract that your organization has with Microsoft, that's what we call enterprise contract, that defines when you are going to onboard on the new licensing system. That means no PSKUs, only FSKUs. So you have to check with your organization and their contract with the Microsoft that till when it's applicable. Now, if you would go down, then you have to also do certain estimate on your capacity size. Please do read over here. And also there's gonna be a consideration where you are going to check price hourly or monthly. You may get certain discounts if you are going to reserve your capacities, but maybe there will be some people who are going to ask you that, hey, we can simply go pay as you go. But in general, pay as you go always costs you more. So if I'm going to click on this link over here, it's going to take me over here where I can check the capacities, their prices, pay as you go, and reservation. And over here, you clearly see that if you go by reservation, you can save up to 40% of the cost. And maybe you would get certain other benefits from Microsoft when you are going to reserve these capacities for a longer duration, isn't it? But this is maybe, cannot be, you can get premium support or not. Everything you have to talk to Microsoft when you are getting these capacities for your organization. Now let's go back. So suppose you have to install this capacity app. Then how you can do that? First of all, you have to search it over here, capacity. You can see that this is over here. You have to click install. It's going to install the app. And once you are going to install the app, basically it's been already installed on my account. So it's directly working over here. But for you, it's going to ask you to just configure those capacities with it. If you are not able to do that, maybe you do not have access on those capacities. So you need to have access on the capacities. For that, either you can connect to your Power BI admin account holder or Fabric admin administrator who can help you over there. So you need to get the access. Now you can see, first of all, you are going to get the different capacities over here, which are there. And once again, guys, this is strictly private. So if you cannot see certain information, that means we are hiding it from you. But you are going to get the same options. So don't worry about that. So here you are going to get your different capacity names, then your SKUs, duration, operation, users, etc. So you can just go through this. Also do remember that it generally refreshes the data every 30 minutes. So this is not really real time. It takes some time, but you can also do the on-demand refresh if you would like to do that. So this is one of the part. You can also see the number of users, data sets, reports, etc. But the most important point over here is to see the SKUs, capacity units. For example, this one is going quite higher. So I can click over here. And once you hover your mouse, it can also give you certain information about that what is this one? This is a data set. What date is it? Metric description, etc. And there's not really a lot of use. This is the line which is going to say that, okay, above this, it's going to happen throttle. But throttle doesn't mean that your capacity is going down or certain error message is coming down. There, one is going around 200%. And that also you can see over here. So generally select it from here, then go on to that particular visualization where you are seeing the utilization. But you can also go to the throttling one where you can see whether something is throttling or not. If nothing is throttling, you do not need to worry about it a lot. However, there are also two options, interactive delay and interactive rejection. Interactive rejection simply means that whenever users are interacting, they are being rejected because there is no more capacities over there. And here you can see that there is a lot of interactive rejections. So you can also zoom in into this one. You can use this bottom slicer. That's going to help you out. But be mindful that it may take some time because there is a lot of data behind it, which may prevent you. So interactive delay is there. Of course, there is some delay, but if you will go to the interactive rejection, you may find that there is no rejection at all. So if there is no rejection, everything is on 100%, it means it's still working. Maybe it's just getting delayed. And as I mentioned, it may take time. As you can see that the data usage is a lot over here. And you can see that everything is under 100%, so no need to worry. Then you can also see the SKUs, that how many SKUs are being utilized from this capacity, which data set is using the highest number of SKUs over here, and what was the duration. So if I'll see that here, I can see that this data set is using the maximum, and also you would see more insights over here when this report tooltip is being loaded up. It's going to give you another visualization which is going to help you to understand it further. And here you can see that XML read operation. So let me go back again. The very first is XML read operation, which is utilizing a lot, and it's also billable. So you have to understand billable versus non-billable. Billables are basically the one that is being used by your capacity, or the items which are using your capacity over here. And also you can see some of them are using dataset schedule refresh, query, XML write operation. So this is very important information that you must know. Now, if I'm going to come again in the utilization and I would like to check that who is the user that is using maximum of the capacity, then you have to drill it down over there. And now you can see that there's a lot of utilization is going on. If I'm going to click over here, I cannot click it. So basically I have to zoom in. So let me try. over here. So you have to first select one, and then you have to go to drill through, and you have to go to time point detail. Here you are going to get more information at what particular time, how much percentage of the capacity is being used. So you can see the total use and percentage of the base capacity. This is really important for you. So you have to get to know. You can use this panel to further add some filters, etc. over here, so that you can see for one particular user. However, users can be seen over here too. So you can just go to the users and ask, hey, you are using 4.2% of the total capacity, and over here it's being utilized more than 100%. So you can just write an email, try to get to know what activities they are performing, and most of these are because of the XML operations over here. So this is how you can use this capacity matrix app to track who are the users which are using the maximum number of capacity. You would get your capacity information on the top of as well. And if you would like to check this, you can also click here. This is again going to give you the more information about it. The more you are going to interact with it, the more you are going to get to know about it. This is how it works. If you have any question and concern, please do let us know in the comment section. Not only that, if you would like us to create more videos on that, also please do let me know. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and I really appreciate if you can like this video, subscribe our channel, and even better if you can join our channel, and do not forget to give us a thumbs up. Meanwhile, keep exploring the world of data, and I'm going to see you in the next video.